Okay, so this is just a quick video to show how to connect your OBS to Zoom, Facebook and Streamyard and online streaming platforms that are always asking for a microphone. So if you go into Zoom or Facebook, they're always asking for a microphone and a webcam, and all you've got is OBS. So the question is, how can you connect the two things together? I got the answer to this basically on a forum. So this bloke worked it out on the OBS forum. One of the things we'll need to download. One of the things we need to download is the VB audio cable for the sound. Not necessarily, depending which way you do it, you may not need the VB audio cable, but this is free. I think it's called donationware technically, but you can download a version to see if it works for you very easily. And of course, this is your OBS studio software that we all know and love. Okay, so the plan is we've got our webcam and our mic going to OBS. A lot of people like OBS, and I must say it has improved a lot. I really like it now. OBS can even put filters on, so it can change actually visual effects. It can even do sound effects. You can even use things called VSTs, which you can add like reverb and compression and EQ and things. So it's got a lot in OBS, and of course you can add subtitles and you can have scenes and things. So you can do a hell of a lot in OBS. So some people channel everything through OBS and they would like to just shunt that up to Zoom, or more likely Facebook or StreamYard, one-way streaming things, or YouTube for that matter, or Twitch. So we're going to want to shunt the video up, which we will do through OBSCam. I'll explain that in a minute. And we're going to want to shunt the audio up, which we'll do through the VB audio cable. Okay, so let's have a quick look at OBS. And sorry about my theme. It's a bit colourful, isn't it? I downloaded that theme. I was rather pleased with it, actually. It's called the Foss Light theme. Just so you know. Right, okay, so where's my OBS gone? Right, so OBS, you can see that I've got my audio going through OBS, little audio mixer going through there. I've got my webcam going into OBS, that's all fine. And of course I can hit the button, I could start streaming to Facebook or wherever from that button. But I'm not going to do that. We're not going to use OBS for streaming, because we're going to go into StreamYard or Facebook or something like that. So if we start the virtual camera, what that means is that OBS presents itself to the browser as a virtual camera. So when I'm going to start off with Zoom. If I go into the Zoom settings and I select OBS virtual camera, there it is. There's my OBS camera right there. And if I turn it off in OBS, you can see it disappears. So I've got my normal webcams in there, but I can just choose the OBS camera and it just gets OBS and sticks it in my Zoom settings. I'll cover the other ones in a minute. Now the next thing is audio. So just going back to Zoom again, we could go and we could select our audio as being a microphone and kind of bypass all this, but we might want our audio to come from OBS as well. And I've done that through something called the VB audio virtual cable, which is the software I told you about, which just presents itself as a microphone. Right, now how did I get the audio into virtual audio cable is the question, actually. So in OBS, if we go into the advanced audio settings, audio properties, we've got, here's my mic, and quite often this is on monitor off. I normally have it on monitor off because I don't really want to monitor the audio out of OBS, but it depends, you might have it another way. Anyway, if you have it on monitor and output, then what we can do then is go into the settings of OBS, and in audio, in audio, the monitoring device is the VB audio virtual cable. Normally you'd choose your speakers or something like that. But in this case, we'll choose the audio. So in other words, the monitoring is going to the VB audio cable. And if it goes into the VB audio cable, the way the audio cable works, because it doesn't have a user interface or kind of anything you see, it just works behind the scenes. If you shunt something one end into the audio cable, it comes out the other. So we are shunting sound in, and as you can see from Zoom, the sound is coming out. So there's our settings for Zoom. We have which I don't think you necessarily use OBS for Zoom actually. But just to show, I did it really just so you can see how you connect it up. Let's look at something else. Let's look at Streamyard. So if we look at Streamyard settings, we can go camera. That's the OBS virtual camera. You look at that and you think, how's that working? So you just try turning off the virtual camera and you can see, bang, that's the OBS camera, right? Audio. You can see the little bobbles moving there. That's the virtual audio cable. Nothing else is going into that cable except what we set as the monitoring device in OBS. So there's our audio. So that's it. We're in. Streamyard says it's very happy with the audio. You can even do this with Facebook. Quite often with Facebook from OBS, you would be streaming using what they call a stream key to Facebook. But just to show you how you could do it, here's the OBS virtual camera again in Facebook, and here's the virtual audio cable. So that's it really. That's how you connect your OBS and present OBS as a video for the OBS virtual cam. And the audio, you could either take the audio direct from your mic, but if you really wanted the audio to go through OBS, then you could use the VB audio cable to shunt the audio out of OBS through the monitoring device, and then that would go forward. So I'm going to do a little bit of a little mini stream here to Facebook, which I'll tag on to the end of this video so we can see if it's worked or not. So let's do a quick live on Facebook, which is always one of the best ways of testing audio, I think. Just do a quick test on Facebook privately to yourself. Either only me, or set up your own group on Facebook that no one else knows about. Oh, I don't want that Facebook, thank you very much. Right. Tom, get your plane right on time. I know your part will go fine. Fly down to Mexico, and here I am, the only living boy in New York. Okay, that's it.